This is CES MMA.
Welcome back to Twin River Casino. It's time for the main event, the CES MMA featherweight title bout, and there are no better deserving candidates than the two that will be in the cage tonight. And first, right now, you're looking at Chris Foster from Meriden, Connecticut, 7-2 with 4 knockouts, ranked number 4 in the Northeast. He's taking on Rob Font tonight. Foster, a worthy candidate. He had some time off, Scott. He has fought sporadically since his return in 2011, but has won all 3 fights against impressive a competition, including last time out, Andres Judy, who he beat in April by split decision.
Andres is a tough fighter, a very talented Muay Thai fighter, and in that particular fight, Chris did very well and controlled the fight. In my opinion, he definitely won that fight.
Foster, as we said, came back in April of 2011 following a 2-year layoff and has done everything within his power to win and get this title shot, and it's a well-deserved title shot.
Absolutely. His last fight was phenomenal.
In addition to beating Judy, also beat Thane Stimson and Kevin Roddy, so he is now 7-2, right there, number 4, 1 spot behind his opponent Rob Font tonight in the Northeast rankings. And as you see, he makes his way inside the cage. It's been a long climb back to the top for Foster, but here he is at the pinnacle, fighting for the CES MMA featherweight title. And right now, here comes Rob Font from Boston, Mass, fighting out of Sityodtong, 6-1 with 1 knockout. Scott, he has won 5 in a row. And again, it's another who's who of mixed martial arts in the Northeast. Brandon Fleming, Saul Almeida, very impressive performance. Both you and I called that fight. And of course, his last fight won by unanimous decision against Lucas Cruz. So again, Rob Font, much like Chris Foster, winning and winning often to get to the top. Right now, ranked number 3 in the Northeast.
Like you said, against high-end opponents as well. So I expect to see a real chess match tonight. Rob is somebody who thinks while he's fighting, and not many people do. You know, he's changed his game plan and gone to takedowns, changed his takedowns from putting a guy against the fence to dragging him out in the middle of the floor because the guy's defending well against the cage. You know, he's very educated, he's very smart. I love watching both these guys fight. This is going to be a fantastic fight.
An exceptional striking and boxing ability by Rob Font. We saw that on display, put on a clinic against Saul Almeida, and did the same against Lucas Cruz and won that fight unanimously. So he's been very impressive in his last couple of wins.
I was actually more impressed with the Lucas Cruz fight, to be honest with you. And the reason behind that is Lucas is a hell of a striker. You know, and he outstruck Lucas. And, you know, he's coming from Sityodtong, so, you know, that's some pretty high-end striking. You know, they're very well-rounded MMA.
All right, here is the tail of the tape for our Pinnacle Vodka main event, the CES MMA featherweight title bout. Rob Font enters 6-1 with 1 knockout, weighing in at 144 yesterday. Chris Foster coming in at 7-2 with 4 big knockouts, also weighing in at 144. Let's send it down to our ring announcer, Bill Carpenter, for the official introduction.
This is the Pinnacle Vodka main event. And now, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red. He weighed in for this title bout at 144 pounds. His professional record, 7 wins, only 2 losses, 4 big wins coming by way of knockout. Representing DCNU BJJ and fighting out of Meriden, Connecticut, please welcome Chris Cassius Foster. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is wearing black trunks. He also tipped the scales at exactly 144 pounds. He climbs into the cage with 6 professional wins, just 1 loss. Those wins include 2 submissions and 1 knockout. Representing Team Sityodtong and fighting out of North Reading, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Rob Font. 5 5-minute rounds for the vacant CES MMA featherweight title.
Here we go, Scott. The build-up has been going on for quite some time, and what we know about CES is they don't just give out belts to give out belts. These fights always mean something. This will be the third title handed out in CES MMA history tonight. Rob Font in the black, Chris Foster in the black with the red trim.
Nice stiff jab. I remember the first time we had nice rear teep to the face. I remember the first time we saw Foster, the nickname Cassius, we said, well, I wonder if his hands can right, and they absolutely do.
Absolutely. Rob Font said coming into this fight, the one thing he has noticed about Foster is he does have his 2 losses by submission, so his quote was, there are some holes in his game, and it's his job to try to exploit that. We'll see if he can. And of course, Font, tremendous boxing, tremendous stand-up. We saw it against Almeida, we saw it against Cruz.
Yeah, his Muay Thai is very good. And you know, it's funny because you see the kicks coming right now. Rob's relaxed. Both these guys are just, they're not feeling out. They want to sting. They want to be the first guy to hurt the other one. Flying knee. Comes right back to stiff jab. Font with an overhand right that landed. He starts pumping the jab again.
Keep your eye on that jab. Font describes that as his best weapon, and we've seen it in his 2 previous fights with CES.
Well, you also see one of the things that Rob's nice overhand was a little long, but it was well placed. One of the things that the jab does to Font, and a lot of guys, but Font particularly, is it sets his timing, sets his tempo for him, and that's how he relaxes. Whether he's landing the jab or not, he's throwing it, and that's setting his rhythm. Nice stiff jab, both fighters.
Foster got the better of that exchange. Font backpedaling a bit.
Absolutely. Now Foster too is also the one pressing the action here, which is kind of falling into what Font is good at. Font's good at slipping and counterpunching. You almost, if Foster starts having a hard time finding Font, you might want to back off a little bit and make the counterpuncher come forward. Nice straight, stiff jab by Foster. Now he's loosening up.
And all of a sudden, Foster flipping the jabs, at least what we expect from Font, and Foster trying to beat him at his own game early in round number 1.
Now, you see Foster's guards right up. Anytime that Font comes in with something, I won't call it winging it, he just comes in with a little extra effort on it, Foster's ready for it. Font's doing much better when he's laying back, picking him apart. Foster trying to hit that single leg, grabs the rear ankle for the pick, and he's trying to finish this takedown. Font's doing a good job against the cage, trying to get up, but he's giving up his back. Foster's going to loosen him up with a couple of punches here to try to get under his neck. Watch the rear elbow coming from Font any minute now. Again, Foster pushing for that double. Font defending. Now he switches to the single. Nice short elbows. Nice short elbows. Wrist control to a short elbow. And he steps through and he answers with a knee on the break. Well done.
Nice exchange on the way up. 1.5 minutes to go in round number 1. Font Foster for the CES MMA featherweight title.
Nice switch. He faked the switch kick, went with an uppercut off it. It was well called.
Uppercut and flying knee on the way in, and another one.
Cassius is a little overwhelmed and hurt right now.
Foster's in trouble.
He needs to go to the body. There's the elbow.
He's down. He may be out.
This could be it.
It's over. Rob Font is the new CES MMA featherweight champion, stopping Chris Foster in round number 1. A tremendous dynamic barrage to finish the fight, Scott.
Phenomenal. And he faked a switch kick and came in with the uppercut. It was beautiful. That's where the Muay Thai came in, and he found his tempo. And like we said, when he was sitting there and he was moving around and he was pushing that jab, pumping that jab, that set his tempo.
I believe a left-right combo, that right uppercut is the first one that did the damage and really...
If you watch, we'll go back to it, it was off the switch kick. He'll take his front leg and bring it back, make you think that a switch kick or a knee's coming, and then he throws the uppercut.
Well, we knew Rob Font had the striking ability. Here it is, Scott.
You should watch the left leg, switches, boom. He comes in with the uppercut. What the switch kick did is it froze Foster up, and he thought the kick was coming, and Font snuck that uppercut right in. Nice short elbow there. He continues to ground and pound. Excuse me, he continues pound and standing. It looks like ground and pound.
Certainly
and then
does.
he shortens up a real short elbow to finish him off. You see it coming right here. Bang, he's got the guy's guards up, Foster's guards up. Well, there's your short elbow, and that's all she wrote.
That last right elbow was the one that dropped him for good.
The knee definitely grazes, but you can see these shots hitting. Foster starts to cover up, and then you see Font switch a little bit right here. There's the knee, go back to the body, short elbow over the top.
At that point, he was out.
Well done by Rob Font.
Rob Font with a tremendous victory, capturing the CES MMA Featherweight Championship. Tremendous finish. Really, you saw the superior stand-up ability. You saw the switch kick that you pointed out, the right uppercut that really started the onslaught.
Yeah, he faked the switch kick. When he feinted that, he never threw it, but it locked his opponent up, and that uppercut just really was right on the chin.
And you saw his versatility on display too, mixing in the short elbows, short punches, uppercuts, flying
and
knees.
And the knee, he brought the knee into the body as well.
Let's send it down to Bill Carpenter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout comes to an end at 4 minutes and 1 second of the first round. Referee Kevin McDonald stops the fight. Your winner by TKO. And now, the CES MMA Featherweight Champion, Rob Font. Presenting Rob Font with the title belt is CES MMA Middleweight Champion, John Doomsday Howard.